All right, everybody. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thursday. I hope today is going well for you so far. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be finishing up it is Suitree's OC. They won the very last OC art raffle. This has now been moved to my Patreon. I do now have a Patreon site. The OC art raffle is one of the tier submissions. It's going to work exactly the same way, um, except that now it is going to be a $3 a month tier submission. So, not too bad, my entire Patreon, the maximum for anything is going to be $5. Most things are $1. So make sure you check that out. I am going to actually include that in my description and on my socials now. So if you guys want to support me that way or be a part of the community, that is also the way to get into the Discord now. I have now made it a private Discord. So congratulations to those that were already in the Discord. You guys are the OGs, so you get to be there for free and hang out, and you guys are amazing. So I appreciate you. Speaking of awesome people, hi Pensy, how's it going? No bear attacks, I hope. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's move on over. You guys can see what I got so far. I think it's looking pretty cool. I did some more like effects off screen and oh nice. Hell yeah. What's up, Annie? What's up, Saint? Just playing 33. Nice. Hell yeah. I actually have not played it in like a couple days, like probably more than a couple days. And it's been driving me nuts, but I've just been so busy that I haven't had the opportunity to do so. But anyway, yeah, I added these effects because these are the threads that this character uses to create galaxies and universes. So that would give me an opportunity to be informed where I need to carve out the light sources. So, ooh, thank you, Feisty. Also, hi. So yeah, we're gonna use these light sources that I have here as the how we're gonna do where we're gonna put the light. I can only say light sources, but so many times. Let's see. Start with the fingers here. And hopefully my computer plays nice. It's been a little chuggy lately, and I don't really know why. I blame Windows, because Windows sucks balls, amongst other things. Trying to force me into getting Windows 11, even though for some damn reason my computer can't run it, which is crazy. It's just an operating system. And I personally blame AI because I think that's what it is, that it wants me to have the capability of doing, which I don't want on my computer. Round this off a bit more. But yeah, this is a really neat character. Glad I got to work on it. I'd actually been this is one of the OCs that I've been eyeballing hoping that they won for a while just because it's like a really cool idea, and I love drawing anything involving space. So not like totally biased like whatsoever as far as like the creation of multiple possibilities and universes and all that good stuff. So hey Verhel, how's it going? Glad you can make it. It's going pretty well. Just had some errands I had to run earlier, so that's why the stream is a little late here. Oh yeah, errands suck. I hate running errands. I hate it too because it's always like, oh hey, I have a day off from like streaming or whatever, and then it's like most of the day is spent like running around doing bullshit. So no, it's okay. Hey, priorities, right? You got to do what's important first and foremost. Ooh, I hope it's good. It looks promising, but I mean that's what I said about the first one, but I do really like Carl Urban, and this one looks like it has like a much larger roster of characters. So, and Shao Kahn actually looks cool, unlike the original where he was just like real dopey looking. They got that massive like Australian dude that they use now when they need like a super giant dude in a movie. Yeah, Carl Urban is the shit. I really like him. Yeah, a little bit of a gradient here around in this area. Yeah, I've been waiting for a long time for there to be like a really good Mortal Kombat movie. The new Street Fighter movie also looks pretty promising. I hope that's just not like cope, but it looks like it looks like a lot of the stuff is pretty like true to like the game designs and the visuals. So to me, that's like the most important thing aside from like the story is having the visuals at least match the property it's from. So oh shit, yeah, Fatal Fury movie, yeah, that would be sick. Oh my god, I'm having like insane deja vu here. Have we talked about this before? Or like a Streets of Rage movie or something like that? That'd be cool. They made a terrible Double Dragon movie. Like that was fucking awful. It was so bad. But again, they made it in like the 80s or the 90s, so it was real rough. use a little bit of a tiny bit of a blur there. Oh man, Neva's back not here, but I did make a save check thing finally. They're gonna like explode with excitement. And I think like on the body, for the most part here, we're gonna do like kind of like some rim lighting. So I want to keep the character a little bit darker in this composition. That way they stay cut out of the like their silhouette like reads. But I'll do some like soft like transitions as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Hey, thanks for showing up there. I appreciate it. I'm excited to see what you're working on, so can't wait to see that. I think I saw that you posted in the art share. I think I could be wrong. By the way, I posted the art share super late this time, guys. Make sure you don't miss out here. I don't have a lot of submissions yet, so I don't want tomorrow's stream to be like hella short. So it's okay if it's a little short, but only having like a few to show is kind of makes for a sad stream. So then I kind of flounder. I'm like, well, what do I do now? I'll lighten this up a bit. Good. Like normally you'd want to like keep things that are in the foreground like darker, but just for like the lighting scheme on this one, this kind of works out better since like the light source is mostly like these effects. I'm gonna do a little bit of a soft area down here too, underneath. Just a little bit kind of subtle. Some of it out. Spots. Yes. Hell yeah, Pensy. Do whole tip of that. Trying to kind of think of where I can add some, like a little bit of like some subtle indications of where some bounce lights might be. Just to make it a little bit lighter here and there. So it's not insanely high contrast. Get a little bit on the tip here. Let's do there. A little bit more. And shadow back in from pale. Kind of sharpen that up a little bit here. Let me make sure. Which there we go. Now I can see. Haha. Ha 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 ha. And here with this. Here. Let's kind of carve that out a little bit that way. Just a bit. Darken the fingernail. So we are going to have a little bit of highlight on the nails just because the material is more shiny. And I decided to add these painted aspects of the nails, and I tried to like emulate the different colors of the threads that she's using. Figure that might be kind of cool, and it also like helps highlight like the hands that are coming forward more. So just some creative decisions to try to spruce things up a little bit here. Of course, at the end of all this, we're going to check our values anyway. I was kind of thinking also about putting a little bit of an underglow on the underside of her hair. Thought that might look kind of good too. Yo, Saint! What's up, man? Thanks for following me. I appreciate it, dude. Man, I haven't got a chance to talk to you in a while, dude. Hell yeah. Everything going well otherwise? Soften this up a little bit. There. Nice. Good. You guys in that group are there have been giving me some scares here and there, like, especially with like, between he's this cat and his like health emergency and uh with Feisty and stuff. It's like, no, these are cool people, making me worry. We need good people to stick around, so that seems like it'd be a bit of a task. Not in a mean way, but you know. It's like strong-willed people. Like I don't, I've had people be like, "Oh, you need to control your wife." I'm like, "No, you need to stop being an asshole. That's you're the one who's making the wrath come, not me. It's not her. It's like you're just being a dick. Like if you weren't being a dick, this wouldn't be a problem." Some people, I don't know. Some people just want to be like obliterated by the demon lord. If that's what they want, that's what they'll get. Yeah. Oh, shit. It's here, here. We do want to bring interest, of course, to face. Oh yeah, stretch is good. Ah, bah, bah, bah. Yeah, I'll get some water. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, streaming's a lot of fun. I think you'll like it. It's gonna be one of the things when you first start, it's gonna be a lot of like talking to the ether, until people start showing up. Um and like one of the best ways to like get people to show up is, pick like whatever your preferred like social media platform is, and kind of build a community based around the type of whatever content you're going to be doing needs to kind of like reflect that. Like the majority of the people that I met in here, I actually started on Twitter first. You know, like building an art community by like commenting on people's like artwork, and like, just being like friendly in general, trying to like, get together with like-minded people, like artists like myself. So, and then Twitter, I think, is a disgusting app. So I ended up switching to Blue Sky, but they all came with me because Blue Sky is much better for artists anyway. Ooh, oh yeah, I know what those are. Oh, that's cute. That's a good, cute idea. Hey, I'm gonna be offering more services on my VGen for like commission stuff once my verification goes through. It's taken forever. They said it could take up to 2 months for me to get verified, but I can only have like a limited number of services right now. But when I do have it up, I'll have like emotes and stuff like that that I can make for people. So technically, I could probably just put it on my Patreon for now, but um, oh yeah. Yeah, the key to streaming, of course, there is going to be a bit of a performative aspect to it, but at the same time, you want to have like a good part of your genuine personality and thoughts uh be present. Just know where to like draw the line, essentially. Or, if you want, you could just do what some people do and just rage bait, but I'm not that person. I don't like the rage baiting. But it's definitely a lot of fun. Like, you know, at some point here, Havoc and I are gonna try out the little like collab stream option where we'll both be streaming at the same time and our chats will be combined. I think we've just been scared to try it because we're worried about the getting the camera like situation set up so it doesn't like dox our faces. I mean, I plan eventually to do like a face reveal, but I want to build up like an audience first, so. Oh my god. So say do not feel bad. If you go back, uh well actually I don't think you can go back, but if you heard me on any of my early streams, man, my voice was like hella shaky. So do not feel discouraged because of that, because I definitely was like that. It was like mad shaky. A little bit of some softer light through here too. All right, Pensy. Well, I hope you have fun. I hope it's actually good. Please let me know how it is, because I really want it to be good. Oh yeah, Pensy's been here since the beginning. Pensy's an OG part of chat here, and an amazing person in my community. All right, let's put some little bit of a softness up here too, just a tad bit. Kind of blur it out a little bit here and there. Yeah, they're not joking. Pensy has hugs for all. Pensy is the solution to world peace. And if we ever get invaded by like monsters or like aliens, like Pensy's there to deal out the hugs, so they'll feel nice and welcome. Just hopefully they have physical bodies for you to hug. Who knows? Eh, I get my cap back on there. Let's do. Got a good amount of light from over here. And underside of the jaw there. Some light here. A little bit where the lip is. Try not to add too much detail, like especially when it's like a like a stylized character. So your side of the nostril there. I can choose where I decide to put the details. Your Discord just quit working. Uh, that's weird. Is it just for my Discord, or is it just Discord in general? Discord altogether. Huh. I wonder what's going on. That's weird. They just like suddenly do that. We're gonna carve out here. With softer light. Let's do it. Oh, So for these in particular, right, for the OC art raffle ones, of course they submit like, like references or pictures of the characters, so I have them. But I try to like in the Discord there's been like spots where you can like I try to ask people like some input like about their OC, or if like I already know, like if they had like previously, like sometimes some of these OCs will be part of like the art share as well, so I'll have uh at least an idea of like the lore of the characters and like what their like abilities and stuff like that. Yeah, I try to get like their backstory and their lore. Sometimes sometimes I'll do assumptions just based on like the design, like, if I can't get like a response from somebody in time, or something like that, I'll just kind of like make an assumption based on the character design. Um and then as far as like the process and stuff like that, like I'll generally what I'll do is and this is something I want to start getting away from soon actually, is I use the Clip Studio Paint has 3D models that are free. So here, let me show you those real quick if I still have it up. They have 3D models that are available that you can pose. So this is like, hold on, let me bring up the opacity. So this is like the pose that I found in the 3D models. Applied it because like I was looking for like some sort of like casting or some sort of magic, or oh no, no, it's okay. It's I just turned off a folder. That's all right. It's just a different layer. Um but anyway, so I'll find something like this, and some of these are poses that people have like made already in the asset store, and you can apply it to the 3D model. But I'll also take the time sometimes to do like minor adjustments. Like you can click on all the joints and everything, and you can make those adjustments. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll do like a rough like sketch, uh, over top of that, using like the reference image that I have, like over the pose. And then from there, I just like lower the opacity on the sketch, and then I do cleaned up line work. But I do have a tier on my Patreon where I am going to be doing video tutorials with voiceover to kind of like explain like from the basics all the way up into like a full like completed illustration. Of course, I'm going to start with like the videos on like the basics. That way, if anybody wants to learn my process or just learn art in general, there will be either monthly or bi-monthly like tutorials. So, bye, Pensy. Have fun. Thank you. And of course, I'll also give credit to where I learned these techniques from. Because not, I mean, a lot of these techniques, of course, I didn't, learn on my own. I got them from watching like other artists and then applying them to my own work. So in all those videos, I will of course give a shout out to the artists that I found these techniques and made them my own from. So I mean, what's crazy about art is like, you see like someone really someone that's farther along on their art journey than you, and you're like, oh my god, that's so crazy, how will I ever do that? And I always say that art is just a process of trial and error and problem solving. So, once you break things down into like smaller steps and smaller pieces, it all comes together to create, something that looks really complex. You know, it's just having the tools to uh, to like the process tools. Like you have to find your process. And then it becomes a lot easier. Like cuz then once you have like a routine of how you do like every single illustration basically, like you have a technique, you just, then you just go cuz like, you're doing the same thing that you did in the last illustration, but you're leaving yourself a little bit of wiggle room here and there to play. Like I said, I leave myself about 20% of the work to do some sort of experimentation. So yeah, it is intimidating. It's not that bad though. Like once you realize just how like simple each broken down step actually is, and then that it's just the culmination of these like really simple concepts and steps that form a more complex thing in the end. Basically what I'm saying is don't let things like intimidate you. Anything can be done from anybody of any skill level. Like, you just gotta find the information, and then you gotta, it's not even so much finding the information, it's finding the information told from the right person that it clicks, that you get it, and then you can apply it. You might hear like the same advice from like, five different artists, and then there's just going to be one that like explains it in a way that makes sense to you, and you're like, oh, I get it. You just have like those aha moments. Yeah, I mean, I'm here to. I mean, my whole thing is I want to like, make people feel good about working on art and being an artist, because it's one of those like professions slash hobbies that's not necessarily um society itself doesn't necessarily lean towards being kind to the respect that artists deserve for all of the the effort that it takes, and you know the struggle of like trying to make like a living off of it and all that kind of stuff. It's just not really, art isn't appreciated enough, especially like in the US in particular. And it's like it's a combination of like the consumerism aspect of it and the capitalism, and also the lack of understanding or education as to what goes into the process of art and the value behind it. Like when you tell your parents you're going to be an artist and they're like, why don't you find a real job? And it's like, it is a real job. Like, the fuck you talking about? This is hours and hours of work and trial and error and frustration and all the same things you would get with a job. And without art, none of the products, none of the TV shows, none of the movies, none of the video games, the cars that you drive, the buildings that are built wouldn't exist without art. Somebody's got to design it. Someone has to have the vision to take it from a conceptual phase all the way into a physical presence. So, and oftentimes those people are not the ones that are given the credit for its creation. So, but I want people to still feel fulfilled about their art. It is 100% worth it to do it. It is in my opinion, it is a form of creation magic. You're using creative energies and you're creating things that you are giving life. You're giving it a story. You're giving it an identity, you know, that kind of thing. So it's almost like taking a piece of your own, you know, like your very soul and like pouring it into something and creating something new. It's just really important. Creativity is what solves problems. Creativity is what moves humanity and society forward. Without it, we would be like miserable and not in a good place. So, really important to preserve it. And that's my soapbox for today. Thank you, thank you. Anarchy, the soapbox king. Yep, it does. It has effect on everybody whether they're into art or not. Like there's going to be some aspect of it that like influences their life. Like it's okay to not understand it, but it's like the most frustrating part is that a lot of people don't respect it. I think is what I'm trying to say. It's like any profession like that I don't know how to do. Like I'm not a mechanic, so respect people that can work on like these like complex like motor systems and get them to function the way that they're supposed to. Like I don't know how to do that shit. So I appreciate the people that go and learn how to do that and they have their own little tricks and techniques that they've learned over time to solve these problems. Like I love like theoretical science and astrophysics. Do I know how to do that myself? No, but I think it's amazing. I have massive amounts of like respect for it, and I do my best to like have some level of like understanding based on like, I try to continue to like educate myself so I can attempt to like understand things that are complex like that. Speaking of save though, let me go ahead and save. I just realized that I should have saved a while ago there. get the shape of this hair here to block some of the light. Um, here, some of this. I want to like the foremost hand and then like the face area is what I'm working on highlighting. You know, you always want to pick like where you want the viewer to look at. So you have to do little things here and there to as like guides. And usually the way to do that is like having the most detail and the highest amount of contrast and saturation all in those areas. So like here and up here is where we're gonna be focusing most of the attention. So this bringing that like pointing right here, and it still informs the fact that this is like a kind of like a rounded shape. And normally I would have all these effects turned off, but I think I'm just gonna keep them on for now. All right. By the way, if you're doing digital art, the lasso selection tool, that's definitely something you need to get familiar with. It is so useful. I used to try to do everything with just like the brushes, and no, don't do that. Use the lasso tool. It's amazing. It's probably the number one resource to get comfortable with, in my opinion, for digital art. My humble little opinion. Especially since like so much of art has to do with like shape, like the easiest thing to like manipulate shapes. Now, what's going to be challenging for me is making these little tutorial videos, making sure that the audio isn't all wonky. I'm not really good at video editing, but I'll try my best. The main thing is that I get the information conveyed in a way that's useful. So, and of course, I'll be asking for feedback on that. So, if anybody does end up, well, when people do end up on that tier, I should say, not if, when people end up on that tier, please give me feedback. I am open for it. Just don't be mean about it. That's all I ask. It's a guy trying his best, so you know. Yeah, my beautiful wife. Thank you, love. I'm most excited when I can work on something that has to do with like space, like the little space bot in Portal 2. Space. Get a little bit of this light going on over here. Bit of a room here. Trying to do my best not to uh get into like any detailed anatomy because this OC in their little pocket universe is supposed to be only 16 here, so we will not be sexualizing minors. So we're gonna keep the anatomy modest. I am not a creep, so. Yes, fictional characters do count when it comes to morality, guys. Holds the shit here. Go ahead and save to. I don't want to lose any of my progress. That would suck. All right, we got a major light source on this hand here. Add a little bit of shadow here and there back into it. This finger block that one a bit. some of the anatomy detail, the cast a little bit here. Some pockets. Same with this finger here. Let's connect wrist again. So that big. So bandages here. Follow the form. So kind of back here to block that. There's some of the light. there. Save. Yeah, Saints here today. Hell yeah. Exciting. Good there. This is like one of the one of the parts that takes a little bit long, but some important steps, so don't want to slack on it. Oh, I don't know why, but my stomach does not feel good all of a sudden. I'm gonna ignore it. Let's do actually do a bit of a to help carve out the silhouette. Just a little bit there. Doesn't always have to be technically correct, but it certainly helps. Alright, I think that's pretty good for that. Let's go ahead and lower our opacity down here. Okay. It's might actually change the color of this one. Maybe just like lighter. A little bit better. Give some variety to the color in the shadows here, so it's not all same color. Really helps out just a little bit to do that here and there. And I'll do it with these two actually. So it matches. Also kind of reflects some of the background colors and light here. There we go, that was good. Save. Screen down. Now we can start adding some lighting here. Hard lights. This was like pinkish as well, so we're going to throw that in. Some variety. That. Some of the background colors. Some of that. Back there a little bit. What? Capacity. Uh, blur. Uh, Add an even bigger blur. Some detail highlights. Sure, have the right level of contrast on different. Actually, have a little bit of the reflection of these. Uh, uh, Yeah, I do something else there. Oh, this is the wrong type of layer. Yeah, a little bit better. Ah, there. It's a lot better. I was like, why does this look so harsh? I had it on the wrong blending mode. That's why. Yeah. Let's see. Trying not to over render it. That is my goal. Because sometimes I'll go overboard. Nice. I think it looks pretty good too. Well, for one, I definitely two. Let's do ingredient map here. So we're gonna do a little bit lower on that. Doesn't need to be super intense. Two. One. like with the nice like contrast going there. Let's get red back. Red. Good. Different nations we get here. Just kind of want to look. It's always fun to check it out and play and see what kind of differences we can make. Good. So yeah. Check our values. Tone curve. And let's make it nice and small. It's a little too light now. Let's try not to also blow out any of these areas here. Let's go back to our color balance. It's looking a little blue. Let's see, what else can I do? I kind of want to bring some more red in. Got it. Maybe less cyan. A little bit there. That should help. I think that's good. So, look at this. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's one more thing I can do too. I just got to remember to do it in a sec here. Uh, trying to do Terminator line that you get when you shows up with the blood underneath the skin. You just kind of make a little like separation between the light and dark values where the skin is the thinnest and the blood is going to show through. So, like on the fingers, like on the face, like if her ears were showing, like the tip of her ears, elbows, shoulders, because like the skin is a little is like translucent, so it's going to show up a little bit with like the light. Definitely in the lip area here. Blush on It. Wait. Oops, I forgot to do it down there. That hand. Son of a bitch. We'll just go over and do it on this hand too. We want to make sure our characters don't look like they're dead. So, now we can do duplicates and hard light. It's like we are almost done here. Let's do put this all together. Go ahead. I think I'm done with that part. Stretch. Oh, goodness. My computer chugs away here. You can do it, little PC. I believe in you. too, because Havoc's going to be streaming later. Almost done. Radio blur always takes so long for it to process. Come on, computer. Come on, you're almost there. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, got that. Let's turn that down just a little bit. 80%. Maybe less, maybe like 75. It's pretty good. Definitely. Let's just see. That down a bit. Let's see. Yeah, that's really good. It is No Resolve and Kayla King. Alright, that's looking good. Let's merge all this together. Rid of the ruler. Signature on here. Signature. One last thing that we'll wrap. Exclusion. Exclusion. Together. Well, I don't know if I like. That's probably good. There we go. This is all done. Let me go ahead and fit it on the screen here. Save as. So I have the layers separate here. Save. And yeah, so that looks like it is all done. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. It's pretty cool. Hopefully it's not like entirely too busy. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. So let me go ahead and let's throw you guys in the lobby here so we can do a wrap up. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I finished up Suitree's OC. Again, this was the last OC art raffle that was free. It is now moved to my Patreon page, which again, I will add that link onto my Twitch and all my socials. So if you guys want to check that out, if you want to participate and throw your OCs in the hat, to possibly get, well, eventually get an amazing artwork from me, just let me know. If you like the kind of content I do, please follow me to see when I go live. If you have Amazon Prime, consider subscribing. That would help out tremendously. I will be back tomorrow with the art share stream. I hope you guys have a